Welcome to the present. If you are joining us for the first time or just stumbling into this channel for the first time, do me that favor by striking a like on the video. Very, very important. Subscribe if you're not to subscribe. Do us that honor by subscribing. And do not forget, lastly, to turn on your notification bell. This is a predominantly Arsenal channel, but we discuss other clubs, other league more often than none. But it's just a predominantly Arsenal fan. We are biased heavily to Arsenal, but we can be fair and objective and logical across board. I'm not here to do this by myself. I have my resident analyst and my good friend, Mr. Ifosa. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. You?
I'm all right. It's match day, and we've seen all kinds
Yeah.
of banalities, all kinds of opinion online regarding the draw on Sunday. And I know you have something to get off your chest. The
Oh,
floor is yours. Let's have it.
bro, I have a lot to get off my chest. You see, Arsenal fans, each day goes by, I think the IQ, the mentality, the sanity keeps going down the drain. And with every time, you just begin to actually look at the IQ of the normal fan, especially the normal Arsenal fan, and say, yes, you people are just a bunch of nitwits. Because when we got to this point, we didn't get to this point by bickering.
Sure.
We got to this point by someone coming in. Everybody's talking about, oh, Tottenham being unbelievable. Unbelievable at fucking what? The only time Tottenham ever had a chance was we shot ourselves on the foot.
Yeah.
Let's not come here and start, making it seem as if they played well. Played what? Like, you see, this is the problem with Arsenal fans, right? And sometimes, every time my dad used to tell me Arsenal fans didn't deserve good things, I always used to think he was harsh. But in hindsight, he knew what he was talking about. When Arsene Wenger was dying and busting his chops so that we could be relevant without money, these same ungrateful hounds were insulting him, calling him all kinds of names, calling him everything. We've seen champagne football. What Tottenham played is, a better version of look, Tottenham have been in the trenches. They've
For a
been
long
eating
time.
from the garbage can. So they just managed to clean them up small, and they took them to a very local restaurant and they ate food. It's definitely going to be better than spoiled food from the garbage can.
Sure.
You
Sure.
cannot come and start comparing the football they've played with what we've played. Everybody's like, oh, Ange's this thing has shown trust the process. People talk about De Zerbi, but they always forget De Zerbi had Potter. And this is just because Potter went to Chelsea and he didn't do well. Don't discredit the good work he did at Brighton. Potter originally, before he left to Chelsea, Brighton were fourth position. So what does it mean? It means he did an excellent job. Now De Zerbi came with a very good platform, and he met a very good platform, and he worked on it. These same Arsenal clowns are calling for Arteta to be sacked so that Hansi Flick or De Zerbi can come to Arsenal. You see, this is the problem with you idiots, and this is where it comes from. The same Hansi Flick that couldn't work with Germany's team,
Yeah.
because he did it at Bayern. We forget they play in a very inferior league. Then they come to the Champions League, and they okay, why didn't they win it the next year?
Exactly.
People act as if it's so easy to win these trophies. Like, this is nonsense. Like, I just hate this. All of a sudden, one clown is now saying he doesn't know why Arteta, like, he's getting fed up. Fed up with what? Onega just signed his contract. Arsenal played without six first-team players. Has Manchester City ever gone without six first-team players? Let Manchester City play us without Rodri and Haaland and KDB. Let's
And let's
see
see how it
the
will be.
difference. Let us
Yeah.
just see it. Do you understand? Let's test it. In fact, let them remove Ruben Diaz. Then let's test the theory. These
Your
ungrateful
camera is shaking.
idiots
Your camera is
rule
shaking.
Twitter. Yeah, sorry, it's me. It's because it's on my lap.
Okay.
These ungrateful idiots, fill Twitter. The fans that should have been reasonable do not have a thought process of their own. All of a sudden, someone thinks for them, which I do not understand. This, football is a funny sport. The fact that if we check Liverpool and Arsenal, it's so funny that Liverpool is 2 points ahead of us when they have been actually played off the park 2 games. Newcastle, they should have lost
that game.
They didn't lose because Harvey Barnes, yes. Then Nunes came and scored 2 goals on a day where normally I wouldn't have expected him to score. Then we saw against Wolves, when Wolves missed so many chances in the first half. Then Liverpool came back to equalize. We saw against Chelsea. So I'm looking at Arsenal now. I've not seen a team dominate me this season. You understand? I'm looking at Tottenham's game. Tottenham just moved the ball better because we didn't have enough physical bodies in midfield. How many times the same Bissouma that people are shouting about, go and watch the game. Bissouma missed lost balls in front of his 18-yard box when he was pressed. So all these people talking about Odegaard pressed, in Nketiah that you people are fighting about, oh, let's give him a chance. He'll fucking what? Someone that can't put the ball in the back of the net. Look, let's be very honest. That guy is practically useless here. It's not an insult. For the level
footballing wise, but not calling him as a human being, as a footballer. For me, it's done. It's done.
We cannot, I don't understand this fanatic nature with Emil Smith Rowe. There was a particular time with Emil Smith Rowe was not on our level. Last season, these same Arsenal clowns that are complaining, they didn't complain that Arteta subbed Emil Smith Rowe into a game against Bournemouth, subbed him out to put on Reece Nelson that had an assist and scored the winner. Why didn't they complain? Because we won. A season that is 38 games. 38 games and you people are complaining like this. We've not seen a team that has actually, that was why when Darren Bent said so, you played better than me, win the game. I asked the question here, which chance did Tottenham create, apart from the save that Ryan made? Which chance?
So, let me sum up this chat real quick. So, Akin, shout out to you, Akin, for coming in this morning on the point that I'm hearing now that Tottenham are a better team. We are going to finish 6th. That's very funny. It comes in another chat. I officially think that we are the most toxic fan base. The fan base has not have good things happen, so they know all they know is pain. See, I think I've had this conversation with you, my former guy that is come on the channel. Yeah. This is a reflection of the society at large. I've said it more time. The social media has exposed to me that a lot of people are actually foolish. They can't think for themselves. Definitely. They don't understand nuances and context. So everything is either far right or far left. It's either far green or far red. There's nothing like yellow. Everything has to be extreme. It's a reflection of society. Now, like you said, I don't like to argue subjectivity, because what is subjective to me, that's subjective to you, we might not find a balancing act, right? You can watch a game and say, I think Arsenal played well. You can watch a game and say, you think Tottenham played better. What is objective? The scores. It was 2-2. Now, let's look at the table. Yeah. Tottenham at this moment are on top based on goal difference, right? That's objective. Another objective fact is that it's just 6 freaking games. If you are going to have a meltdown after 6 games, you're an idiot. If you are going to allow the likes of AFTV morons, I say it, I'm not hiding, to influence you not to think for yourself at this stage of your life, you are a moron. You are I say it, you are a moron. See, I've said it and I'm going to say it. I have nothing against what AFTV is doing. Do your thing. But most of you can't understand that they are doing it for the financial base. They are saying these triggering things and on TalkSport and this Pondy, they are saying to trigger you for their financial gain. They don't care whether the club wins or loses. They've moved past supporting the club for what some of you are supporting the club for. It's about money. I'm not being hypocritical. I would love to have money on my channel too, but the difference between me and them is I will not go that low. Whether I make money on YouTube or not, I still have my day job. This is crazy. that you can't think for after 6 games. Let's throw away Odegaard because of he had one iffy game in isolation, which every player can have an iffy game. Messi at his form has had iffy games. Ronaldo has had iffy games. Romario has had all the world best players 1 or 2 times had iffy games. So what is the meaning of this? That we like to overreact.
The stupid comparison with Madison all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, why is it? That was how these blue rascals have been comparing Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez, this is the thing. Good, but he's not as good as you make him feel. You understand?
So I go back to, let's go to objectivity, because a lot of people can argue in subjectivity in bad faith. We live in times that people do not have moral, no standard, so they want to argue the nuances that are in bad faith or subjectivity. The objective truth that Enzo Fernandez had not had. How many assists has he had since he has been at Chelsea since January? How many assists? How many goals? That's his objective fact. He hasn't had no influence. Objective fact compared to Odegaard, who scored 15 goals last season and almost 10 assists.
Yeah.
He has scored 1 goal.
I think 3 goals already.
So what are we arguing about? One iffy game. So Madison is studying better than him. You are insane.
Bro, you understand me? You understand? That is nonsense. And this is why I keep saying sometimes when I look at some Arsenal fans, I don't look at it. You come here, act as if, because we're playing fantastic football. We played fantastic football last season, right? These are the same fans that were insulting us and saying, did we win anything? The fantastic football is phenomenal. Now, the same people, Arteta is trying to switch things up. We are insulting the guy every single day. Why did you buy Havertz? Well, why did we let Xhaka go? We pushed Xhaka out of the club.
But for 4 years, these morons, Xhaka is not good enough. I remember Turkish. Exactly. He was pushing that. See, I like to mention names because I respect people. I don't fear people. Because I respect people. So I'm saying fact. Pushing that Xhaka was never good enough. That is opinion, and I get it.
Yes, of course. He always.
Now we sell Xhaka. He was saying in one other video, I wish Xhaka should have stayed. What is your problem? I understand you can change your opinion. You can change your opinion based on new information, but this was not based on new information. Based on he is pushing an agenda. See, some of us are not stupid. We might not have their large following. I get it. I might not have it, but you can't shame me. He's not a smart guy. This is not insulting him. This is just the fucking truth.
Bro, their actions.
They are pushing an agenda to make money. I think you can make money being objective.
After 3 games, when I was talking to my guy after 3 games, where the people were saying, after this 7th game, is what do they call it? They were saying, Havertz 007.
Yeah,
my guy said, so is it after 7 games that your career has ended?
Yeah.
He said, if you're going, Mr. Nicholas Jackson, that they said the 007 is not 007. Are Chelsea fans not complaining about him? Chelsea fans are calling him comedian. You understand? See? That they need an upgrade on him. So what happened? Mr. Mudryk that scored, that has 1 assist since. What happened? So let's not come here and act as if we are stupid or we don't watch games.
So let me read this chat real quick from Marcus. Sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, no problem.
What I don't say is that why are we so quick to shit on the team? It's like our own fans wait for any chink in the armor to dogpile just so that they can go Twitter and say I'm right. Now, Akim Morgan, forgive me, it's guilty pleasure, but actually like AFTV. You can I will never tell my subscribers to unfollow them. No, do what you want to do. It's a prerogative. But I will call out down the middle. See, you can't be telling your followers that you love the team, and at any chance you are deriding the manager and deriding the team. You can't do both. You cannot do both. Now, if you want to do it for your money, do it, but don't lie to us. Some of us we have some sense. All of us are not stupid. If you are criticizing the team objectively, I'll raise my hand. Let's do it objectively. But this playing, you are looking for anytime there's a little, let me borrow the word, chink in the armor, they are ready to go in. I'm not for it.
Bro, they didn't make money last year.
We've not played 7 games. We've not played 17 games. We've not played 27 games. And you are ripping the team apart. That doesn't make sense.
Bro, can you remember they didn't make enough money last year?
Yeah.
So this is kind of their time. They are looking for any small thing.
More revenues. More revenues.
Understand? It's what it is that we say we are fans. We jump on the, what do they call it?
The negative bandwagon.
Darren Bent goes on TalkSport. He's an Arsenal fan. He goes on TalkSport to defend Arsenal every day. Yeah, that day when they were yabbing Arsenal, that was when he brought up that argument. You are better, win. But rather, I see Arsenal fans, when you ask them, because I have fucking standard. Which fucking standard?
See, that is a lie. That is a lie.
It's not like all these cheap, what do they call it? Let's call it what it is. These cheap ladies that will come and start lying to you.
They have standard. I have standard. Really? You have standard. I have four baby daddies. They have standard. So let's not pivot to that nonsense.
You understand?
Arsenal fans are part of the problem. Now, if you want to have a laugh, I'm not saying you should not have a laugh. You can go on those other channels, Troops TV, AFTV, have a laugh. But do not forget that you are not going to mix having a laugh with objectivity. Those two, you have to separate them. You just have to separate both. I am not going to a meltdown after 6 games because it's not logical. It's not sensible. I am not going to a meltdown after 6 games. 6 games, I think we are 5th on the table, and as you go on a meltdown, we've not lost a game yet. Yes, I'm going to reiterate it. The Fulham result was disappointing. The Tottenham result was disappointing, but it is not chaotic. Let's stop.
Do you know why I look at it? Just my final thought on this. My final thought on this is what you said. If we are being objective here, even some things that people want to use as subjectivity, I will use the objective truth to quell everything.
Sure.
On the day Tottenham played us, who missed more chances?
Arsenal.
We did. Nketiah should have scored to Fabio Vieira.
Yeah.
Jesus would have scored
that goal.
He had another one that Vicario made a wonderful save
in the first half.
So that is 3 or 4 goals missed. Right? They only had 1 good chance in the game. And
let's look at other things. This is not an excuse. I think Arteta should have done better with selection. But we're missing Trossard. We missed Trossard, Martinelli, Partey.
We missed Partey. We missed Rice.
Right.
Especially the fact
that and that was their first 11 complete.
Exactly.
No injuries. Complete. Like, can we just be objective and do not let these people think for you, for crying out loud? Do not you can respect what they're saying. Like, I'm for respect. See,
bro, I don't respect people I respect. Bro, you know I don't respect.
I have people I respect, right? See, I have people I respect.
Yeah.
I have people I respect.
But these people are doing this thing now. It's getting out of hand. So that is where my own has been drawn. Because you will not come and what do they call it? Use me as just like you bait me so that I will come. Then you will not come and deceive us with some little objective opinions when your real motive is to come and you imagine, because we want to be right, or because this is the thing. It is why a lot of people never get anything in their lives.
So okay, let play. I'll play devil's advocate now. Now, I'm gonna play devil. But if that's what the markets want, they are giving the market what they want.
Yeah, but I'm not saying give the market what they want. But if you keep giving the market what they want, the level of quality generally begins to die.
But you are contradicting yourself. You're contradicting yourself. You're saying that you give the market what they want. But no, the market does not want the truth. They don't want objectivity. They want to laugh. They want to antagonize.
No, I'm saying if they give the market what they want, the market starts dying. Because realistically now...
No. It's not dying. The market wants this.
No, I mean objectivity. We are talking from the point of objectivity.
The market doesn't want objectivity. Unfortunately, just look at forward. I'll give you an example. Look at Shade Room. There's nothing sensible, logical that comes of Shade Room. We just any platform that people can go there and rant and do some bull crap, right? But look at their followership. Now, people, if you want real life results, real change, you know where to go to. So I will not go to a steakhouse and expect I can get some pork chops. You are going to the wrong place.
Yeah.
Now, bringing it back, let me stop playing devil advocate. I just think a lot of Arsenal fans, they don't tell the truth. They enjoy the toxicity, the unbalance, the instability of Arsenal. They are used to it.
They are used to it. Well, and you know the problem I'm having is this.
Okay, forgive me. Look at this. Even though Akim Morgan is my guy, look at what Akim Morgan says. I'm not calling you as Akim Morgan. I'm just using you as an example. But I'm not doing it in bad faith. Look at this. Forgive me, it's a guilty pleasure, but I actually like AFT. That's it, right?
Bro, on a day we win, I will go and hear what they have to say because there's nothing to be angry about.
Yeah.
You understand? But when we lose or draw, if I would not lose this season, when we draw, you understand? I don't go there because I know it's doom and gloom. It's just like that guy that came on. I was like, oh, you people are complaining Arteta this. Man City that you people were saying, oh, they didn't start well last year. Did they not also experiment? People are like, oh, you know what one idiot said that ticked me off this morning was Arteta needs to stop being rigid and experiment more. Are you living under a rock?
Let me read this chat. Sorry to interrupt. Let me read this chat, right? The media, rival fans, and our own fans have been used to seeing Arsenal do bad, that they can't understand a world where we are decent. I've been saying, you see, the society is a reflection of what you see. There are too many people who love this functionality. They pretend that they don't want to win. See, if Arsenal win, the drama is like a woman. It's like some of these ladies, right, that love drama. They call stability boredom.
Yes,
you are stable. Hey, boring. They want some drama. They want some argument. That is what Arsenal fans are. That's what Arsenal fans. So let me finish it. Bro, people don't eat if Arsenal are good. They bring clicks. Exactly. Shout out to TO1. Big up the boys. My favorite Arsenal channel by far. Always balanced. Shout out to you, TO1. We try our best to be objective. Much. We will criticize Arsenal objectively and we'll praise them objectively. Shout out to you, TO1. That's just the truth.
Bro, I'm not saying even that day you were angry, right?
Yeah.
You were very angry at the result. You were even like you couldn't even come that same day to analyze the game.
Exactly. I waited.
You understand?
Exactly.
You don't do things. Sometimes there's a reason why they say when you're very angry, you don't do or say some things because there are things you might not be able to
take back.
Now, my problem is not that day whether they were outplayed. In the second half, we were outplayed. In the first half, we outplayed them.
Then
you remember when they were started getting into the game was around 30-something or 40th minute when you were on the phone telling me Arsenal shouldn't allow them to get back
into the game
because we were on top. Right? My problem with Arsenal fans is this. It's like you don't carry. This is why I say I love the fact that we are fans, but I restrict opinions and movement because there is a limit. And this is my reason. My reason is there is this nature in life where people become greedy, right?
Yeah.
Where people do not become content. In as much as this is a business-driven game, if it was a business-driven game, we wouldn't be where we are because Edu understood that Arteta knew what he had to do.
Sure.
Arteta had the tactical nous, first of all, but Arteta cared about what Arsenal as a culture meant. That's where we are. These clowns were suggesting that we sack Arteta and go and carry De Zerbi. That De Zerbi will take us to the next step.
It's not going to happen. See, let me say something about De Zerbi. Now, I'm going to say it, and I think people are... I'm not going to apologize for people are stupid.
Of course.
Go back to calling people stupid. See, the pressure at Brighton is not the same pressure at us. And we've seen an example in our lifetime, and we ignore it, right? We saw Potter look like gold dust at Brighton. went to Chelsea.
Yes.
Different kettle of fish. You're now dealing with players on 300k. While at Brighton, maybe the highest pay was 100k. You're not dealing with more egos. You're doing more things. Duzebi can come to the national team and fumble because you are dealing with different level of players, different level of expectations. So, like, why are people just stupid? You can't compare apples and oranges. They are both fruits, but they're not the same.
Okay.
They're not the same.
Bro, you're even saying that one. Pochettino at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Pochettino, now let's use a very easy comparison. The same, let's bring it home. Pochettino was at, what do they call this place?
PSG.
Tottenham. So before PSG, was at Tottenham. He was, at one point, finishing second, trying to compete. Why? Because Tottenham fans were not expecting anything.
Exactly.
Right? So he was there. When he went to PSG, they expected him to do magic.
More.
What happened? The same Pochettino that people are, Pochettino, they are hyping. That same Pochettino went to PSG. In his first season, Tuchel was sacked, I think, halfway. They were second. Pochettino could not win the league. Know that they were far. They were 3 points behind. Pochettino still couldn't win the league. In the first season. In the second season, Pochettino went to the Champions League. He was their manager. He went to the Champions League. Imagine he had Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. And still make a formidable attack with them. Now, the same guy was 3-1 up in the Champions League round of 16. Madrid came from there to come and beat them. You understand?
Sure.
Now, the same guy went to Chelsea. What's happening at Chelsea? They said he can, what do they call it? He develops youngsters.
Yeah.
Why is he not developing the youngsters? Because it's different gravy.
And different expectations now.
Exactly.
See, it's easy for you to flourish when the expectations are at a certain level. That's what I'm saying. The reflection of society reflects how people are speaking now. That's why if you are modestly intelligent and you can look at things objectively, you will never get much traction. But if you become ridiculous and obscene and daft and you post stupid things on any of this platform, you get tractions because people are silly and they enjoy being silly, being funny. Look at someone you'll be shouting, blah, 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 get all kind of tractions. Now, is it funny? Yes. Will I laugh at it? Yes. Will I take him serious? No.
Bro,
I'm going to give the example.
AI on Twitter just I wouldn't say disappointed because I never really cared. But you don't go and say some things. Oh, Arteta is doing this. Arteta is doing this. See, we have to admit we have a different manager, right? Sure. I am not wishing for the Zerbi's kind of football when you look at it, because they have this, they have that, they have that, they have this. You understand? At Brighton, some things will fly. At Arsenal, some things are not fly.
It will not fly. It will not. That's it.
So let's not come here. Okay, the same thing. Look at the logic these same clowns are using to think. The same Brighton, West Ham parked the bus against them.
Yeah.
What happened?
They're
Why
beating.
did they beat West Ham?
Yeah, they're beating. But West Ham beat them.
Exactly. So we are a different pot of gravy. When everybody comes and says, this Arsenal team, man, we're going to park the bus. People forget we will only get better.
Sure.
I look at, we are complaining and we've not lost. So what if we had lost? Arteta's head would have been on a pike.
Basic, as we round up, right? Let's round up real quick. The basic thing is that last season, I'll remind all the pundits, all these content creators, pro-Arsenal or anti-Arsenal, or even the fans, this time last season, they say it's just 6 games, it's just 10 games, it's just 15 games, it's just 20 games. That even though we're leading, right? You're telling us it's just 10 games, just 20 games.
Yeah.
So by that same logic, it's just 6 games.
Bro, people are saying,
I'm using that logic back. By that same logic, it's just 6 games. So why are you trifling?
No, the why are you trifling? To say, Man City, they are already 4 points ahead of us. You Nini and Muppet. Are you stupid to see that Man City has not played any tough opponents?
And I'll go back to what I said. This is objective. This is not subjective. It's just 6 games.
Exactly.
I don't care. But they've won 3 times. I don't care. It's still just... See, you can't argue objectivity.
Of
You
course.
will not. You cannot argue objectivity. You can't.
Say from what we are seeing.
So let me read this chat from Akin real quick. It's all right to criticize, but I can't stand people being disingenuous to pile up agenda and wait for the team to. That is the key thing. Shout out to you, Akin Morgan. It's agenda, and the agenda brings revenue. That's
Of
it.
course. And it still stems from that AFTV that you spoke about. Because
It's from them.
whether intentionally or unintentionally, they have created a certain amount of monsters that we don't need.
Arteta sack could be a big no. It will be a horrible. It's not a debate. It will be a horrible mistake. Shout out to you, MM. Shout out to you for coming through real down. As a round up, see Edu and the Kroenkes. See, one thing I love about the wealthy, the smart people, the elite, they are not as daft as a peasant.
Exactly.
No, they are not as daft as some just making noise. So it is what it is. So give me your last word as round up real quick.
Like, please, let us not do this.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
The season is early. This season, like sometimes, this is why sometimes when people don't understand the concept.
Let's round up real quick. I'm trying to round up as quick as possible. I'm sorry to interrupt you. So
okay,
just give me. You'll make it kind of brief.
At your lowest is when you encourage the team. Encourage the team. This season we are supposed to push on for better things. Why don't we do what we did last season and encourage them more?
You know, we'll continue this conversation after the Carabao Cup. If you are here tonight, we'll come back later tonight. After the Carabao Cup, we'll come back and have an extensive live stream. Let me read this chat before I go. Premier League is a long season. Anything can happen. People just creating narrative. Shout out for you, MM. I appreciate the people in my audience for being sensible and being logical. We can criticize the team objectively, and we can also give the team the flower. It's just his games. So I will not fall for the narrative. So guys, we'll be closing for now. Shout out to Mr. Efosa for joining me on this very short live stream. Join us later after the game. We'll be here to analyze the game.
The trajectory of your
no. Sometimes we'll have more of this conversation as time goes on. So guys, join us later for another live stream after the game. Hopefully we'll win. If we don't win, we'll still be here to criticize the team objectively. The keynote is objectively. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.